I'm like the Frank Lloyd Wright of haunted churches. Hi, this is Jack. I'm a star, but my name is actually Michael Kuzi. I've never called this number before, I don't think. A bunch of calls came in over the last few days, and my phone doesn't ring. The speaker's broken. And a lot of times when I get a call, it turns out to be a robot or empty line or somebody who hates me, pretending to be somebody else. It's hard to say. So I'm kind of reluctant to call people back, usually because it doesn't work anyway. But I had hopes for this number because it's got the same prefix as my my mobile phone, which is kind of nice. Other than the speaker being blown out, which is actually kind of an advantage when sneaking around at night. It's a lovely phone, so the fact that you have this phone number, blank, 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 61, I mean, it's not bad. It's not 69, but so few things in life are. Anyway, I got your call, and I don't know who you are. So now you know who I am, and I have no guarantee that it's going to work when you call back. If you don't talk to me, you'll talk to somebody else, and you'll probably be confused by the fact that they don't sound anything like me. Hence the need for the long voicemail. It's not because I'm a rambling idiot. It's because, well, this is how I make porn for a living. I leave overly dramatic and detailed voicemails, and some people like to wank to them. It's a very niche field. It doesn't make a whole lot of money, but on the bright side, I do fit in with the rest of the world that has porn all over their phones. And mysteriously, that doesn't seem to be a problem for their friends, family, coworkers. I mean, usually it's not really a concern. And yet, suddenly, sometimes it is. Well, that's not what I'm calling about. I'm not sure actually what I'm calling about. Okay. All right, 2 minutes. Thanks. Bye. Okay, that was how I leave a voicemail when somebody calls me. Hi, I'm Jack. I really am a star. I don't know who that person was. I don't even know if it was a person. But a number of phone calls have come in the last few days, I guess. I guess this whole thing where they stop fucking with my life comes and goes in stages and waves. And then I guess the people in the world who think they have power don't want to follow a stand down order or something. I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know what's happening other than people are pissed. Oh my God. It's still like Wimbledon. Yeah. Wimbledon. I still don't know what's happened other than people are terrified. I guess something's happening. The impression I'm getting is that a lot of people have discovered that they're no longer allowed to make illicit substances the same way they used to. Like there was this way that they made it before, and then there was supposed to be a security system. And I guess whoever was implementing that didn't do it very well because I guess it wasn't very secure. I'm not sure how it works out. I'm new to this customs enforcement side of being a paladin. And in fact, I'm not enforcing shit. I'm still neutral and I like it that way. And I don't know why everybody needs to be on rocket fuel all the time when they're lying to me about what they've been doing for the last 30 years. I mean, it seems like if they were going to go to all the trouble of breaking a security system and enhancing something in ways they're not supposed to, and then giving it to their friends and not to other people and making this whole convoluted system of putting symbols on anything that don't go anywhere and then explaining it to people that it's about bricks or whatever. If they're going to go to that much trouble, why would they want to lie to me over and over and over and over and over again? I guess I am that much of a bastard, or I am that pretty, or some people still just don't want to admit the fact that they were wrong to do whatever the fuck they did against me. And then I guess there's no army or navy telling people not to attack me, right? I think probably the people who are watching me kind of like seeing what happens when people attack me. I don't even know who's mad at me. What's the latest? What did I do? Did I pick the wrong girlfriend again? Like, how does this work? Am I supposed to go and recruit a press gang of 70 or 80 or more people and then use that resource to go seduce a girl, or should I just ask her out? What do I do if somebody asks me out? What if it's somebody that you don't want me to? What if you don't tell me that I? What if it's not my fault and then you attack me anyway over and over? I don't know actually what happens in that case because I can't imagine that I'm actually that important. But I am noticing that nothing over here is working out in terms of the phone or talking to me or people no longer being dicks. Like, I don't need the dude who said he'd fix my truck and let me borrow his. I don't need him getting pissy with me. Like, I'm not overly upset with him. I'm not like really going to beat him up. But I don't really see why he wanted to steal things from me in the first place. And did he really, or was that somebody who looked like him? I don't know. And then there was an ample amount of time that somebody could explain that to me. 6 months that I sat here at the house with a broken car and one missing, and nobody answering my calls then either, and garbage slowly mounting up on the porch. After 6 months of that, I would imagine that somebody would have gotten the message that that kind of thing doesn't work very well. But I guess some people also figured that they should just ratchet it up and go for another 6 months. I don't know. I don't know what these people are thinking. And it could be that they've been invaded by brain bugs that tell them what to do. I don't know. I really don't. I live here alone in a haunted church on consecrated burial grounds, which is a pretty cool trick to do. And I don't have a dependency on any particular chemical. So the fact that they ran out of the good stuff and they had to make up a batch more without somebody around to tell them how to do it right is not my problem. Okay. I don't know who you were getting to bless the people. I don't know who you were blessing with the ritual before, but nobody called me and said, "Hey, come on over. We need to get you to bless things." Because I don't really do that kind of thing. But last I heard, Spirit was really upset about the way things had been done for a while. And they informed me that they were going to change the both the formula as well as the security system, as well as the prayer that is used to bless certain things. Now, I know somebody's been doing something involving these blessings, and I haven't asked about it because it's not my business. It's really not my business. And I didn't even know this stuff existed till last year. Thanks, by the way. I hope you had a good time in the 90s. Did you have a good time? Did you? Well, you must have had a great time. You must have had a fantastic time in the 90s. Wow. How'd that go? And then what happened? And then what kind of things went on? And then when did you try and find me? And how hard did you try? Well, apparently there's been a big bunch of obscuration of my existence as well as my presence. And some people just haven't tried really hard enough to tell the truth. I've been telling the truth so well that people have been telling me to stop. Too much truth. No, stop. I mean, it'd be different if I were lying. Then they could have me arrested for rabble rousing or sedition. I'm not being seditious, but I wasn't being assaulting either. That didn't stop them. It really takes a lot of effort to fake up a fake case, especially against a high-profile target, which I guess I am now. Back to the ritual. It looks like somebody decided to make some without bothering to pay attention to the new formula rules, which would be the case if there was somebody out there making things and they weren't getting updates from Spirit, which would probably indicate that they're probably pretty spiritually corrupt. I mean, I don't know about you, but when the Holy Spirit speaks to me, it's not a voice that is audible. It is a message that is clear. And earlier tonight, I saw this other guy. Hey, I won't say your name, but I have a fondness for rock counting myself, and I didn't do whatever the hell happened. And then this other person who apparently was able to look at me through the TV screen, because I guess that's what psychics can do. Maybe she's radioactive. She apparently thought I was somebody else who had done something, and then it became apparent to me that I guess somebody's been impersonating me, huh? Wow. I wonder who I should report that to. I don't really need to report that to anybody at this point. I think it's pretty much taken care of. And I don't know if I'm in a new world or if everybody has just gotten suddenly much dumber over the last 24 hours. But hi, I'm friendly. I don't think I have AIDS, but if I do, I'll be happy to take that pill and then tell people. I wouldn't, lie about that, and then I wouldn't get in the way of your relationships. So I'll appreciate it if you don't get in the way of mine. And I guess there is a difference between separating me from somebody that I have a relationship with already and preventing me from forming another one. I guess that makes sense, right? I don't know if that's worked though, because there's a number of people who want to have a relationship with me who don't and won't, and a couple of people just are not on the list, and I don't really think there is a list. And all of you are kind of getting pretty far ahead of yourselves, since I'm over here. I'm not out there. I don't have ephebophilic chat rooms, and Azrae is really in a lot of trouble. You should check out his site. 3, 2, 1.
bitch baby child fucking pink tote.
Astronaut. Exposed to inappropriate levels of solar energy.
Sunlight makes him the world's smartest man.
I know everything! I want that brain taken out.
Heat Vision, the motorcycle with the mind of Jack's unemployed roommate. Together they run for their lives, blocked at every turn by adventure.
Move out, don't mess around. Move out, you bring me down. Move out, I can get about, don't make the sound and move out.
Knowledge is power. For real.
Hi, this is Jack. I'm a star. I'm also a genius. I figured out how to get my computer, the HP Envy X360. I love this thing. It's not the best computer I've ever had. It's the ultimate computer I've ever had. It does almost everything I want. It doesn't have a clip mouse, but other than that, it's good. So in the background, you can hear, this is my content. I don't give a shit. And then, yeah, it's coast to coast. Yeah, it's fair use. Yeah, you could argue about it. Yeah, whatever. Come get me, lawyers. So I was just listening to it just on my own. I think I did really good in this. I am biased, of course. And I'm telling you, that's my friend. That's fine. He doesn't talk to me anyway. He's busy being all snooty. So it's not like I'm gonna, never talk to him again. It's possible. I don't think they're gonna shoot him though, because he's valuable like me. That's totally my friend. What's his name? Darcy Weed? Like whatever. Good job, man. Good job. Seriously. So this isn't what I'm calling for. We're calling. This is sorry. Did I bother you? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you're listening. Oh, okay. That is awkward. Why don't you go take a nap? Click. All right. I'm actually going to talk about. Oh God, he's pissed. I'm going to talk about this shit that I read here. This is troubling. Now, this is a forum post that I'm about to mention to you. And let me turn that down a bit. It's a little too loud. That's better. 66% volume. Repeating, of course. Now, this is fascinating. It is. If you want to hear this again, it was I think 2 days ago. I think it's 5/22, May 22nd of 2023 when they did this, and I recorded that live. Sort of. I mean, it was rebroadcast through TuneIn or whatever. It wasn't over the radio, but I listened to it for the first time and I commented on it and I recorded myself making commentary. That's what makes it fair use. That's what makes it fair use. And by the way, it would be trivial indeed to remove the coast to coast feed from this recording. All the person would do is just take the original feed and copy it on top of my recording, 90 degrees out of phase or whatever. Or I forget, but you do a sine wave function thing. You do the cosine. I forget how it works. It's very simple though. If you take a wave and then you send another wave at it at the inverse frequency, it vanishes. It cancels it out and it's silence. So it would take my audio and isolate it from the rest of it. So that's one of the many reasons why this is fair use. I could listen to Coast to Coast all night, and I could comment on it, and then I could rebroadcast it all I wanted to, and then they wouldn't even have to sue me. They would just have to like call up my provider and say, "Hey, put this in." It's easy. It's a technical thing. So in case you're wondering how I get to do this, I'm clever. That's basically the main reason. But I'm not clever enough to deal with this one. This is actually really troubling. I'm looking at a post here. Oh God, this has got to be a troll. I can't believe that this person would actually do this. We're looking at post number 12 as of present time. The site doesn't get a whole lot of actual traffic right now. Most people are terribly afraid of talking to me at all. Look at what's happened to the people who have talked to me. Ha! Okay. May 23rd, 2023. It says 16:03:12 p.m. Well, p.m. obviously. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, supposedly local time, over in Africa. Yeah, right. Is there another way to isolate this post? Let's see. Message 34758. Yeah. Topic 438, message 34758. I want to be precise on this because these people oftentimes take their websites down and change things and manipulate them, which is perfectly legal to do. But to refer to somebody's website as something you can like call evidence, well, that's dicey at best. But I'm going to tell you this here. I have not even read the whole thing. But at the bottom it says your head resembles a cork. What? Does it? I don't think so. Nobody's ever said that to me. But the line right above that is what I'm going to call attention to. It says, I know more now than I did when you were raping my psyche and sodomizing my love interest. Fuck you, cunt face. Now, I have some qualms about this post. Number one, I don't know if I've ever sodomized anybody. So I'm curious as to the definition of sodomy used here. Honestly. Sodomizing. Okay. So set that aside for a moment. Let's just say that I have sodomized. Technically, according to some definitions, sodomy is any sexual act that is performed during fornication. So it's really just kind of a redundant word. It's really a synonym for fornication. I personally don't care to fornicate. I have in the past. I probably will again sometime, but I prefer not to fornicate. And presently, I have a love interest. 8 of them, as a matter of fact. One of them is far and away, head and shoulders, primary, way up top. Oh, God, she's the tallest woman in the world. And she's actual size to me. But I currently, she can't come here. I can't identify her. She probably doesn't like when I talk about her. She might have decided that she hates me, but that's really just... Every woman is like that, really. But since I haven't even kissed her, ever, I don't mind saying that. Well, actually, that's not true. I can't say that. No, because I'm sure in the future I do kiss her. So to say ever, I definitely have kissed her in the future. There's just no doubt. Oh, yeah. I don't know when that's going to be. It might be a fucking 1,000 years from now. But if I have to, I will dive off a cliff after her when she follows the lemmings. Not that she is the lemming. I think she'd probably want to just help the lemmings out. And then let's just say she did go off a cliff. I would go right over after her. Not a doubt. I wouldn't stop for nothing. In fact, I pretty much already have gone off the cliff. Now, sodomizing my love interest is what Azrae in this post has not just inferred, not just implied. He has outright stated that I was sodomizing his love interest. Well, we'll all get to the part where he says I'm raping his psyche, but really, you can't rape the willing. But to sodomize his love interest. Okay, number one, I didn't know he had love interests. I assumed that he was some sort of miserable, cast-off Muslim eunuch, and then that he was the thrall of some evil wizard that had taken his scrot and testicles as they do in that part of the world in order to gain his cosmic power. I don't even know if this man can experience love, frankly, or if he does, it's some ersatz kind of love that doesn't really exist. But I'm quite troubled by this. If I have sodomized his love interest, it was absolutely without knowing it. I have no recollection nor knowledge of at any time have I ever sodomized his love interest, nor do I know that he even has a love interest. But if he did, and I sodomized that person, I genuinely, I wish to apologize sincerely, because if I did that, and I didn't even know I was doing it, I cost myself the privilege and the joy of knowing that I was sodomizing his love interest. I mean, shit, I don't know if I would ever decide to do that based on that. I don't think I would necessarily. But let's say I had sodomized his love interest. I have been cheated of the knowledge of doing that at the time. And that's a crying shame, because I'm not going to do it again. Like, he likes her? Ew, gross. Right? I mean, I might be laying it on a little thick, but my point is that does he really believe that? Does he really believe that Jack Star sodomized his? That's terrible. That's awful, honestly. It's close to the area of slander and libel. There's some argument or there's some debate about whether or not posts on the internet are slander or libel. I think they could be both, really. Certainly defamatory, although in this case, I don't know. I think actually that if I were to be known as a man who sodomized Azrae's love interest, I think that would give me a lot of street cred. Like a lot of street cred, actually. I mean, shit. I'm not sure. It could be possible that if I honestly don't know whether or not I have sodomized his love interest or not, and I don't give a shit, I think that would give me the maximum amount of street cred possible in such a circumstance. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not gonna lie about myself or overly tart myself up or aggrandize myself for the purpose of getting street cred. As much as I love street cred, I'm not going to go that far in order to do that. For one thing, I consider Azrae one of the best nemeses a person could ever have, whether he's friend or foe, love him or hate him. To have him at the opposite corner of a squared circle, him, me, the two of us, he is the Tesla to my Edison. He's the invisible jet to my Wonder Woman. I'm not shitting you. Azrae is an incredible individual, whichever one you're talking about. I know he doesn't seem like much now, right? No, but there's a lot going on under the hood, and I mean no shit. Most people will consider this to be a bit of a joke that I'm taking the piss, but no, I really do admire him in many ways. When I was his age, oh God, when was that? I don't even know. But when I was an immature brat like he is now, and you are an immature brat, putting a post like this, fuck you, cunt face, sodomizing my love interest. Yeah, okay, that's some good material. That should have been set off by itself on the side to another post. This one, I barely caught it. We got what do we got here? You're a gay man in a fat bald body. Okay, fair. Go ahead and do more of those amazing drugs you have handy in your medicine bag. Okay. Once again, possibly fair, but not at this time. I don't have a medicine bag. Oh God, I wish I did. Where did my salmon bag go? I'm not sure where it is. I've got a genuine. It's a leather bag. It's meant for what's it called? A person takes their rocks and twigs and various small desiccated berries, and they put it when they're on a vision quest. They put them in the bag, and then that. It's a shaman thing. I honestly don't know much about the Native American traditions, even though I am American and I was born here. You might think I'm Native American, but it doesn't quite work that way. And then I did not learn anything. Not one blessed goddamn thing. Well, no, I did learn one thing, and I won't reveal what that is. But the Native American peoples, especially the Algonquins and the Potawatomi, they don't fucking like it when people, number one, learn their shit ever. Okay, they don't even want to teach it to the people in their tribes, I believe. Well, they do, but I don't think they exult in sharing information. The particular ones that I'm speaking of, I really do love them and admire them. I know that they have no either cognitive or spiritual capacity to understand what I'm saying is true, but I hope for their future evolution. And I know that what I'm saying, on some levels, they don't like it at all, because as a white man who is not a member of a conquered tribe, they resent my freedoms, and they are right to do so. They are a conquered people, and it sucks. I'm not a fan of what has been done to the Native American people on this planet. Earth. You've heard of Earth? I don't think I'm on Gaia. It's either Gaia, Earth and Gaia are very, very similar to me. I mean, they're both home. But I don't care. I don't like it. I don't like the way they're considered to be second rate. I don't like the way the Constitution is specifically written so that they can be taken advantage of. I don't care for the way George Washington enslaved them and put them to work the way he has. I mean, okay, well, on the one hand, good job, George. That was pretty clever. I wonder how the fuck you did that. But 200 plus years later or whatever the fuck, It's 2023. I feel bad for all of them. It sucks to be in the position they're in. And even if... The horrifying thing is that if I knew what they were all guilty of, I probably would say, holy shit, yeah, we need more reservations. Although, I don't know if we do need more. But God, it's a complex issue that I don't know much about. But I do know that my heart genuinely cries out for their suffering. Because it sucks to be a conquered person, especially when you're living in a free country like America. Well, free country, but anyway, no matter how oppressed you might feel as an individual American middle class citizen having to work for a living, you know, you're working 3 jobs just trying to get by so you can get enough heroin to make it through the day, so you can get home and fuck your wife without having to puke in disgust at what you decided to become married to. You have it good compared to these people, because at least you're not owned military property, which is not always cool. I mean, for example, in my place, in my condition, my current status, I am a military asset. I am owned by the military. I am dominated by the military. The military controls my entire life from sun up to sundown, and then every there is no part of my life that is not dominated by the military, which is good for now, right? It seems like a great deal. I didn't really volunteer for this. Well, I kind of did. I mean, when I saw the portal open in '97, the first thing I did was tell the military, not the police or the government, no, the military. And I happen to know how to do that because I'm very intelligent. But I didn't really have any other choice. I knew that it was the law that I had to report what I saw, but I knew that if I did it the wrong way, I would be mocked relentlessly forever, which I'm not down with. I mean, I've been mocked plenty, right? Anyway, it's not just that I'm intelligent. Also, by the pure grace and wisdom of God and the sacrifice of Jesus Christ, I happen to find myself in the position that I find myself in today, a military strategic asset, owned, lock, stock, and barrel, and I still get to talk. I'm still a relatively free man. I get to leave my home and drive to the grocery store and then go back home to the grocery store, and I have the right to go to other people's houses, and if I pick the wrong house, I'm fucking dead. But you know, that's still better than not being able to go at all. Whereas in Grapefruit's case specifically, I know for a fact if she's dominant, if she wanted to kill herself, too fucking bad. She's owned. That's not her body anymore. It's owned. Oh God, it makes me want to fucking vomit just thinking about it. Like, seriously, sweetie. Oh shit, I can't even say that I'm sorry to her. Okay, well, a woman who isn't Grapefruit, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Yeah. Okay. Like, I can't directly contact her. I can't. It's there's a rule. I'm not allowed to contact her because of no contact. It's an emergency. And here I am speaking into a microphone that I know goddamn well, that I know damn well. I'm going, hang on. Jesus, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. So that was Jesus. That is how it is for me. I don't give a shit if you think it's blasphemy. Yeah, I bet all of you want that. But Jesus just happens to have me on speed dial because I'm actually useful. Unlike a lot of you fucking Christians, I wasn't really laying it on too thick, and I wasn't blaspheming too much. But Jesus wanted to take the opportunity, and Jesus did so, to contact me directly as Jesus can. I don't believe anybody else gets that kind of treatment often, and neither do I. So it's a fairly big deal for that to have happened. Jesus interrupted me to remind me that I needed to apologize for my many daily instances of blasphemy. I mean, if I really knew, I would. Yeah, he says if I knew, I would weep every day because I'm a real bastard. Yeah. Too bad. YOLO. So, but the main thing was that he also, in addition to wanting to let me know that I should apologize for blasphemy, he wanted to let me know that he agrees with me and that his heart cries for what's been happening to the American people. Oh, God. Sorry. Hang on. Give me a second. I gotta pause this. I will start bawling. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll probably put it. Yeah. I just I needed a few moments to control myself. And coincidentally, not really, it's the power and the grace of God. At the exact time I was pausing my recording of me now, the recording that's in the background still plays seamlessly. Since my computer is clever enough to play a sound file as well as record a sound file without messing up too bad. And I think it's also connecting via Bluetooth to the heathen Chinese that live underneath my house. I'm not sure, maybe it's gnomes. But the point of this digression is that I was listening to myself make jokes about grapefruit that I made a couple of days ago and have since uploaded to YouTube. And, oh wait, no, not grapefruit. Oh, thank God. Oh, good. Okay, so a lot of times, by the way, I apologize, listening audience. A lot of times when I say grapefruit, I don't mean grapefruit. That's not her actual name, that's her code name. The woman who asked for a name that I gave the name grapefruit to, she is not who you think she is. And I'll just leave it at that. But sometimes I'll call her that anyway, because I can. Fuck you. Now, what I bring up here is that I listened to me making jokes about her saying, oh, did she teleport over there? Oh, that I'm jealous of. Yeah, I don't care if you fuck her. Yeah, those are a little bit over the line. They really were. Irrespective of how much I love her and respect her, I don't treat that woman with the royal respect that a queen of her stature deserves. And she is a queen. She is a royal shaman S something, something, something. I forget what her deal is. And regardless of how much trouble she might be in, I don't think she's in any, but let's just say she's in trouble. She's still a goddamn queen. Excuse me. She's still a royal highness. She's beyond princess. Okay? She might not be a queen right now. I don't know. It's been a long time since I got any comment for these people, which makes sense. Yeah, I don't blame them for their attitude. At first, it kind of confused me. They would just be really closed off. They would not say certain things. They'd be really standoffish. And sometimes I would ask questions, and they would be ignored as if I didn't even open my mouth. And that they seemed to get upset about things that didn't seem to make much sense to me. And the woman herself, what should I call her? Cooneyface. Cooneyface? Is that Coonface? Coonface. Coonface. That's her name. That's her Native American name. Coonface. Not with a C. Not with double O. Okay, Coonface. She says she likes it, but that's what she said when I called her feather nigger too. And then 3 days later, she came back and she was like, ah! Because I think what happened was that somebody overheard she and I referring to each other as feather nigger. And what did she call me? Yeah, I'm hung, and she's a feather digger, but not anymore because she came and she said and she got real upset about it, which made perfect sense because at the time we coined these phrases, she was probably not aware of something that I am even now just barely tangentially aware of. The deal is that if people overhear us referring to each other as such, like for one thing, the N word is very powerful. I mean, even niggers know how powerful it is. So I don't get to necessarily say the word nigger in public and be overheard without consequences. And that's on me, okay? But when I speak to her and include her in that discussion, there's a certain overlap that if it is overheard in the wrong circles, say a repeater loop on a shortwave radio that broadcasts everything I say from here to the antipodes of the planet in real time, which is surprisingly easy to do with scalar wave technology. Tesla showed this. I don't think there is a laser mic that's duplicating my voice and sending it to the other side of the planet, but if they wanted to build one, it probably cost about $50 and a can of string. So the point I'm making is that it's not appropriate for me to call her feather nigger in any context whatsoever, verbally, because even if nobody hears it, the world hears it. The rocks hear it. The trees hear it. The springs bubbling up from the ground and flowing through the rocks and creating rivers that flow out of the water under the blue sky. These inanimate objects are not inanimate at all. They're not inanimate at all. The rocks of the earth are alive. Boy, doesn't that sound like bullshit? No, it's true. It's true. And the words that I speak right now are creating sound waves that reverberate throughout the galaxy and even onwards. They're obviously not detectable. I'm sure that the walls of the house... I'm sure that the walls of the house will block my speech. Like this. Incest. 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 Okay, so this is just an example. I'm the beast and you're the master. Oh, I love that part. So that's a great song. That's Chris Cornell, who I will point out ran his mouth a little too much and did a bunch of shit and ended up getting killed. So pour out a 40 for him. Not your heroin though. That's too valuable. But the thing is that me playing this song, God, with its accompanying soundtrack. Yeah, that's here forever. That's been said. That's on the internet. That's on YouTube. A person can go and click on a button and then all of a sudden we got Chris Cornell and me saying incest, Clayton, incest. You're the beast and I'm the master. Repeated over and over throughout all the time. There's no taking that back. That has happened. That's something that I did. I knew what to do. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah. Okay. So I did that on purpose, and that's me. And perhaps one day I will have to answer to Clayton. And in fact, I will. And knowing as I do the man in question and myself and the rules and such, I'm prepared to embrace that with him. He is on a different level than her. I'm pretty sure they're both native, but even so, for one thing, he's a man, right? Well, yeah, okay, let's call him a man. Technically, a woman is a man, and a man is not a woman. Did you know that? Man, right? I mean, if a woman was not meant to be a man, they'd call them wokens. But they don't, do they? Well, that's a terrible... I never heard of that. Wokent. A wokent. Ooh, God, that's a terrible one. I have to remember that for later. Okay, so back to the original thing I was going to say. I genuinely feel disgust with myself for the way I'm just unable as yet to properly respect that family and that woman, that Native American woman, that royal Native American woman. I love her. I do. I'm always going to love her. And current situation aside, there's no future in which I don't admire and love that woman. She has done things that most of you will never ever believe, ever, until you somehow go back in time and see it, or somebody in a white coat with a fucking pad of paper and a fucking pen fucking tells you the truth. But I have enough respect for her to know that I don't mind humiliating myself in public like this, and I don't. Frankly, I'm not humiliating myself. But whatever amounts of humbleness and humility I can generate for myself at all, each iota is immensely, exquisitely valuable, because I can never. Oh God, never! I'll never do it. I will never be able to match what that woman has done with her life. She's a little older than you might think, and her life is wildly different from mine. And in the human realm, where she's a year younger than me, sure, I could never compare my life to hers. She has done, in addition to really admirable things, she's done some cool shit, stuff I could barely talk about. And she was wise not to boast about herself too much. I'm sure she wanted to, but I'm sure she knew that she couldn't trust me to keep my mouth shut. She couldn't. I mean, I adore her, and talking about the fucking cool ass shit that I know that she's done, I would do that all day if I could. Oh God, I'm so proud of her. I really am. Oh my God. I mean, she's done stupid shit too. So don't we all? But oh, God, I love her. Anyway, I don't know how to respect royals because I was not born into that environment. I was not born royal. I did not come into any awareness of any sort of royalty nature that I might have had. I don't even think I had any royal nature until fairly recently when I think a number of people in the old country either died or there was a decision or something, and then I was suddenly designated royal blood. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure. I know I wasn't treated as royalty when I was a kid, although I guess I kind of was in the puny, loathsome ersatz way that Americans treat their children, like, oh, he's my little prince, all that shit. By the way, no offense to Prince, he actually is royal, but he grew up that way, knowing that he was special, and he goddamn well is. Just because he fucked up doesn't mean he makes less royal. And similarly, there are people who are royal in the world, and they are not acknowledged as such for whatever reason, and they know it. And they carry themselves with a haughty demeanor that a lot of people find to be arrogant. It isn't. Some people are royal, some people aren't. That's frankly the way it is. Okay? Some bloodlines are purer than others. That is the way it is. I don't know if that's necessarily by design, but it is the way things are on this planet. This planet was designed to have a certain upper and lower design. I don't know enough about galactic civilization to know just how that is perceived by other cultures other than the ones in the solar system. But getting back to Earth, even if I am royal now, even a little smidge of it, that does make me and her equals on a certain level. I mean, you're the royal. If you're royal, you're royal. Doesn't matter that she's been doing it for 60,000 years and I've been doing it for a minute, literally. I'm still royal. So she can't really come up to me and slap me across the face and say, "You bastard, you're not respecting me and my heritage." She can't say that because I am. And she knows the truth. This is literally the best a fucking idiot like me can do when it comes to respecting someone like her. Because I'm honestly trying. And get this, because she's a royal owned by the government. She's not allowed to teach things up to and including how to treat her as a royal. How fucked up is that? Yeah, it's fucking, it's an abomination. And yeah, they all probably did do something that bad. Like what if humanity accidentally blew up the planet trying to save us from the terrors of drug abuse, right? Oh, I got a great idea. Let's do some genetic engineering on mosquitoes so that they spread the virus that'll make everybody never addicted to things, and then accidentally like spontaneously combust the planet, and then they have to rebuild it, and that would be bad, right? I don't know what the Native American people did to earn the fucking nightmare of indentured servitude to the land, guarded by fucking pigs like American police. No offense, but a lot of you are winkers compared to like galactic police. I mean, shit, have you seen any? No, you haven't. So what I mean to say is that I respect that woman and her family and all Native American families as much as I can, given that I don't know much about how to kneel down and offer salmon and accept a handful of beads in return. I mean, I'm not making a bad joke here or being disrespectful. In some cultures, that's the way it is. And God damn it, that's why we have organizations like ICE for, to respect cultural differences with honor and dignity, and push you in jail for 1 million years if you don't. Best we can do, I guess. Sorry.
Burn this whole building down.
The Shirley Manson Love Fest continues.
To see Shall we? What?
I can't take this.
Well, I'm trying to be convinced otherwise.
Well,
already gone.
Already made up your mind.
I'm on the fence. I'm trying to give you a chance.
Now, I'm
No, you're not. You're trying to make me work for your...
Katie, you don't understand.
So vicious.
Chuckles is a very irate person who thinks she's a comedian, and she's mad because she's not funny.
Yeah, that's it. You have me all figured out. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like you're not on the fence. You're very opinionated, and you already know.
All right, so, Chuckles. So I gotta run into the store.
I'm not gonna try anymore because you're triggering my dad.
Uh-oh. Come on, YouTube. Come on. All right, my computer is hacked. It's okay. It's okay that it's hacked because I know who's hacked it. It's a guy named I won't say his name, but he's so clever. He thinks he's got everything. I'm in. I've got access to his whole world. No, you don't. You don't have what's in between my ears, and this whole setup has been bait for you because your little hacks on top of hacks aren't going to work so well when they're not supposed to. And now we've got a computer that doesn't work the way you want it to, and it does the work I want to.
You're trying to make me work
for your... You don't understand.
What did he just call her?
She's a very irate person.
Did you hear
who
what...
thinks she's a comedian, and she's mad because she's not funny.
Who's Chuckles?
Yeah, that's it. You have me all figured out. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like you're not on the fence.
Yeah.
You're very opinionated.
So they're not actually fighting. They're pretending. Okay? And then he thinks he's gotten something going on. And then she is calling her Chuckles. Trigger. Now, where did that sound go? I found this audio file on my computer. I left it on overnight. Well, left it on during the morning when I slept. And when I woke up, I came across this file there that looked like it looked like something I had meant to control or record, but it's well, let's just put it this way. When I heard this being recorded, it sounded different. And now that I'm listening to it, I realize. Gosh, there's something else going on in a parallel dimension, wasn't there? Maybe that's the wrong way to put it. I mean, that's just a model. Let me explain. Somebody's not doing it right. Okay, the person who chose me wasn't supposed to get all freaky and pissy and imagine that it was going to be like walking over the threshold and getting picked up and sat down and then deflowered and then I go to the police. That's not how it actually was ever going to work. For one thing, I wasn't using that person as bait, and I wasn't imagining that anybody would be so fucking foolish as to get involved. I mean, it wasn't the last time enough, right? But I guess it's been I guess they think that's good enough to. If they can mess with me before I ever meet her, then that's a good idea. It's really not.
I don't need to. I want to make you.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, you need to.
That's not.
You need to say something for him.
Or if it is, fuck, she's cool. And then
I
don't know how many Radas you have in your world, but I think
So we have to pay
like 3.
It's a correct.
Okay, well that was on yesterday, and then I haven't listened to it again. I switched over to the other one. I think that this is the recording of that is left over because I didn't go back and listen to the show again after I left it to go somewhere else. See, I was writing something, and then I got moved over, and I got moved over because I was allowing myself to have my attention taken away. And the reason why is because I knew I would come back to this because there's more than going on than just me getting laid. And as much as I would like to put my penis inside somebody, I need to see a doctor. I need a blood test. I need the blood test so I can find out if I'm even compatible with the person who likes me. I probably am, but now that she's been in Sourceror, I don't know what's happened actually. I'm sure she's fine, honestly. I mean, maybe she's sad that she can never enjoy cock again. But the good news is that that's probably not the case. I don't know where these people have taken.
You need to. You need to say something funny.
Yeah, I remember that part.
Oh God.
I remember that part too. So I don't know what these people are arguing about. Nor do I understand why people that I know are pretending to be other people and getting away with it, right? I mean, I guess nobody else is me, and so nobody else knows that those are people. There's some sort of thing going on that supposedly I'm supposed to be not in the loop on, or they believe that I'm in the loop and I'm not who I am. I'm not really sure. I guess it's been really complex psychological operation to get me to have no friends, no lovers, no job, no nothing, so I can be completely isolated. It's not working out. People know. People have heard of me. And when people meet me, they tend to like me. So whoever's got this big, huge hard-on for me, trying to get rid of me and to reduce me to nothing and then build me back up, it's not going to work. For one thing, I don't want to turn gay for cock. I'm never going to be gay for cock. I'm a 19-year-old girl, therefore I'm gay, so I'm a les. But I'm not a totes les because... wait, maybe I'm a totes les. Holy shit. Okay, so there's the lesbos and the totes les. The lesbos are lesbians. The totes les don't have an anus. They have a twat. They poop out of it. And they don't have a space for a penis.
But you're late. I wait around and then I run to the door. I can't take anymore. It's not you. You let me down again. Baby, try to find a little time and I'll make you happy. I'll be home. I'll be beside the phone waiting for you. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. You are my toy, but I could be the boy you adore if you just let me know. Although you are true, I'm attracted to you all the more. Why do I need you so? Baby, try to find a little time and I'll make you happy. I'll be home, I'll be beside the phone waiting for you. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call baby when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. I need you more than anyone, baby. You know that I have from the start. So build me up.
You know, it's like none of you listened to a damn word I said, which is probably the case. There are things I said a couple years ago that I needed to get done, and since they haven't been done, anything that I'm saying that would indicate that that has been done is probably meant to be interpreted as somebody's supposed to say, "But Jack, what about this other issue? Because I've been paying attention and I care about you." I guess nobody has been paying attention, or they've forgotten. Listen, I need a blood test. Blood test. It's what you do before you take a new lover. You get checked to see if you have any creepy crawlies. Now, unlike a lot of people, I actually do this. It's almost kind of fun. It's certainly much more fun this time than it ever has been before. My initial thought, while I was thinking about it, while I was wondering what the fuck to do after I got hit in the head with a thrown piece of lumber by Bonnie Lee Blakely and Ray Charles, I remember telling Inner Reach. I remember saying, of course I forgave her. She was in a fugue state, and she was. She was also taken over by somebody who wanted to kill me, and they threw a piece of stick at my head, and that was okay with all you, right? You didn't need to call in for backup on that one, right? But apparently, I was trying to kill her. Was I? Well, I didn't do a very good job, did I? Of trying to, and then I certainly never did. And let's just cut the shit, okay? The fact that I'm willing to forgive you, it's not me being facetious or me implying that your attempts to kill me are pointless and of no concern to me. They aren't. Frankly, somebody trying to kill me is the most attention I've ever got in my life, especially since it doesn't work. But that doesn't make it any less unlawful to try and kill somebody. Just because I'm maybe invulnerable, definitely don't care, and it's not technically on American soil here in the Soviet Parsley ET embassy. Yeah, it's a haunted church and an embassy. I did that. Just because you can take me out, you think, doesn't mean you should. Doesn't mean you can. Doesn't mean you're allowed to. I mean, y'all are spooks for a country that doesn't exist anymore, I guess. I don't know what kind of USA you got going on out there, but the USA I remember, well, it wasn't quite so totalitarian, and it wasn't exactly the case that the whole planet was addicted to methamphetamine. I guess I'm the last one to hear. Yeah, I don't like it that much. Why would I get addicted to that? And then who would give it to me? Fucking nobody did. The only times I ever got access to that was when somebody activated me and I got permission. And I don't plan on maintaining that permission. It's not that good. You guys don't even get the real thing. And I'm not going to teach you how to make the real thing because I don't know how. And I don't know what they're making these days instead, but it's probably not working out too well for people who are used to the clean burning fuel that you've had for many years. I don't know what you've been doing. Humanity? I don't get invited to parties. Apparently my friend had a daughter and didn't even tell me. Wow. I can see why she would have thought that. And then I can see why that other person was confused. And then I can see that, yeah. Look. Once again, it's certainly not legal to try and kill me. It's not even legal to kill me. I don't care if there's a bounty. I don't think attempted murder is lawful in the United States unless, I mean, do you have a hunting license for Jack Star? Shit, maybe you do. You might want to. I think actually I would have to be informed by the licensing agency that there are permits being issued for my scalp, if that's the case. If it's the usual kind of thing, that's fine because the Native American people and I are doing fine. I have no problems with them at all. I love them. I'm sure they'll be back soon if you're missing them. And I don't think One Is Made or Grapefruit or Space Beyond Made or Flying Mary Kitty, all of whom have been reincarnated as individual souls. People like them, so they got bodies. And I guess before anybody else gets a new body, all 35 of her alters are going to be given one so that she doesn't have the same kind of problem she had before. Why would you put 35 women in one body? Oh, well. Yeah, that MK Ultra program was a bad idea. I don't know much about that kind of thing, but I do know that Grapefruit's not mad at me. Allison Shaw is not mad at me. She's probably not somebody that you can get me on a contact violation for anymore, is she? Lots of people who know me and have known me in the past aren't mad at me. They're pretty sure that I'm not doing the things that have been said that I've been doing, because I'm not, right? I'm obviously not addicted to a certain thing because I'm not. And then who the fuck busted these people in a Jack mask? Are you telling me that Clayton pretended to be me after he took domination and mental control over a woman who could cast glamour and made her make him look like me, and then she and he busted people and acted like that was me busted him? Okay. Well, I can see that that's complicated actually, and then I think it would have been better off to have told me, Phil, that you were doing such a thing, because I think that's against the Geneva Convention. I'm not sure. Can you find a Geneva on a map? I'm sure you can. And if you can't, it's okay. I'll never fucking, dude. I actually happen to love you now that I've met you. Now that I've seen various things, Phil, you are one of my best friends ever. You got no problems from me, sir. And I don't know what the fuck. Oh, you can't tell me. Okay, so whatever the fuck's been going on, Yeah, I'm glad you can't tell me. It sounds like it'll be a long, boring story. And they did something stupid. I don't know what exactly, but it wasn't something I did. It may have been people thinking that because I get to do something, they get to do it too. I guess not. Right? Yeah. I don't know. I don't have full information on that. People seem to be upset about something, but they don't seem to be upset about the real problem, which is that I've been abandoned. And technically, Phil, I'll continue talking to you. Technically, you haven't abandoned me at all. I mean, I'm sure you're out there fighting tooth and nail every day. But the way that you have been trained to not abandon people is kind of counterintuitive to most people's expectations. I'm not going to say why. I am going to say that I'm sure that you felt like your hands were tied. And I'm going to further say that, dude, you're not Austrian. No, you're Hungarian. Do you know a guy named Wolfgang? A friend of my dad's. He's probably still around. Yeah, his name was Wolfgang. Just put it right out there in fucking Front Street, huh? There's my friend Wolfgang. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to make anything worse. I am going to keep on doing whatever the fuck I want to, whenever I want to do it, because I only want to do things that I get to do. It's part of a spiritual training that I've received. What I want to do is assure you that I'm not interested in any of your daughters, but I've never seen them. I don't know what they look like or if they exist. I do know that if you do have daughters, sir, I certainly won't be dishonoring them by categorically refusing them just because I'm scared of their father, because I'm not. But I bet a lot of people are scared of you, dude. Like, wow. And then that other guy. I can't. I'm embarrassed for Grapefruit, and for what's the other one? I don't know, because they had to say with a straight face that guy was somebody that they spend time with at all. And when I asked to be read in, that probably would have been a good idea, because I still haven't been read in. I'm still in a broken ass house with busted ass appliances that were sabotaged by the people who were forced to be here when somebody else fucked up and did something or other. My culpability here is very limited. I didn't want this to happen. I didn't even know any of these people were doing those things, and I suppose they should have told me. But my hand to God, I had no idea that there was anything like this going on the entire time. And now that I do know, that doesn't mean that I'm going to retroactively pay for a new washing machine, a new dishwasher, fix the sink, fix the oven, clean out the fridge. Like, I'm not going to do any of those things. No. I will let this place rot like that, and then I will just leave to go to another place, which would be dumb because I like it here. But I'm not going to pay for what has been done to this place. I know who's going to pay. You know who's going to pay. Yeah. Yeah, he's completely 100% liable. And also, I don't know where those guns are, but if I have to report them stolen, I will do so. I don't think I need to report them stolen, since I think we all know, and then I'm pretty sure I know where they are. I'm not certain though, because that man doesn't talk to me, and as well he shouldn't, because I'm fairly horrified by how stupid that carpetbagging East Coast munch buddy family is. Like, oh my God, wow, what a moron. So what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this turned into a personal thing. I didn't really mean to. This is supposed to be my my little radio show, but it's not on the radio, and it's not really a show. And dude, is there anything I can do to help besides be really stupid? Because I'm not stupid. I'm just ignorant, and I would love to be read in on a couple things. How about that? Yeah. Hi. Hey, I don't actually know why that one. I don't know why that happened. I was just doing my little radio show, and suddenly my shit's in reverse. I suppose I could have reversed it myself and then just forgot about it. I think that's the most likely thing. Yeah, sure, that can happen. I'm a little distracted, as you can tell from the sound of my voice. I'm just on shitloads of speed, and so what if I were, right? What do you do, fucking? Jesus, you're like fucking 8-year-olds at the goddamn carnival run into the the safety tent to say that you saw a fat kid buying too much ice cream. He's already fat. He doesn't need any. And then if he keeps eating all that ice cream, there's not going to be any for us. Well, fuck it. I guess there might not be, huh? What the fuck do you care, kid? You don't get ice cream. You're skinny. You don't want to ruin your waistline. Fuck. Like, I don't even begin to understand what the fucking dynamics that are going on here. But I do remember saying something about Spirit's pissed about something. And I was told that there was going to be a change to the formula when they were done changing the cryptographic signature. And they were going to be implementing a new blessing, which not one fucking one of you has had. Because, well, you don't have to invoke my name, but if you're blessing without me, I mean, what is there anything that you get to do that I get to do? Is it just everything in the entire planet I have to do backwards, and then you have to have like a gang of patchwork soldiers come and stop me from getting anything? Like, just how fucked off is this hell dimension? Just curious. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the little show thing. Let's see. Let's hope that there's some actual content there that's supposed to be played the right way. I mean, I'm gonna reverse it for you. Rather, I'm going to forward it for you because I don't want you to have to download from YouTube and then put it through an editor and blah, blah, blah. And I also wouldn't want YouTube to admit the existence of an enhanced client that lets a user do all kinds of fun stuff with YouTube videos that the regular person doesn't get to do. Like, I would pay for a YouTube subscription if there was fucking anything good to it. Like, what for? Can I look through the screen like some people and pretend to be psychic? Or can I turn on the microphone on all my users? Can I hear applause from my people? Like, don't tell me you don't have this stuff running in beta, Susan Wojcicki. Listen, I don't hate you. I barely know you. And then I don't know who's in charge of you, but you've got a 3-tiered level of social strata. You got a caste system on YouTube now. You've got people who get to do all the cool stuff that you do, right? And then you've got everybody else, and then you've got me, who doesn't give a shit about your monetization. Go ahead, take it off. I mean, I don't know how to make money anyway. And then somebody else is supposed to do that, and I don't care how they do it. I have barely enough time in the day to remember how to make toast. And I don't even have a toaster. I'm living in a haunted church, poison water well. Don't ask about the ghosts. So instead of doing cool stuff on YouTube, I'm just sort of standing around with my mic in my hands, wondering like, who put you in charge, and were they aware that was not fair to you? You don't deserve all the hate. And there's a lot of stuff that client can do that probably shouldn't have been denied to somebody like me. Just saying. I guess people figure I'm dangerous enough already. Well, I'm not in pursuit of likes.
The burning of the Dairy Queen down to the goddamned motherfucking ground continues.